Good evening, everyone. My name is Kareem George. I'm the principal of Culture Traveler. I'm excited to be joined by my colleague, Steven Lassman from Villas of Distinction. Today, you're tuned in to the peace of mind of a villa vacation. And many of our travelers, including several on this call, have requested vacation ideas and inspirations that are appropriate and sensitive to the present times, and villas certainly fit that bill. I have some ground rules that I just wanted to state before we get started. If you have not already, please mute. There'll be plenty of time at the end for questions and answers. You can also type questions into the chat as we go along. And right now, if you don't mind, just so that I'm sure everyone can see and hear us, go ahead and type your favorite or your dream villa destination into the chat, just so that I know that everyone's tuned in and can hear me clearly. Today, in terms of our order of business, Steve is going to give us a wonderful overview of Villas of Distinction with a particular focus on service and safety standards. We're then going to have a high-level look at the many exciting offerings both here in the US and globally. And then we're really going to dive into some short-term wonderful opportunities for travel close to home. So let's get started, and join me in welcoming Steve Lassman with a virtual round of applause. Steve, over to you.
Thank you, Kareem. It's a pleasure to be here. You can hear me, right? Okay, just wanted to make sure. So what I've done too throughout this presentation, lots of pictures. Okay, I'm from New York, so the newspapers are always pictures because we don't really read from New York. I'm actually living in North Carolina now. We just look at pictures, which fits in North Carolina as well. So look at all the great pictures of the villas that we offer. I always like to start here because everyone's talking about travel. Oh, travel's depressed. People aren't traveling. We're very busy. Why are we busy? Because we are the ultimate social distancing accommodations, because we offer private homes. So you can travel just with your friends, your family, or whoever you want to be with, and not be subjected to any other people other than who you want to travel with. So without any further ado, I always like to start here. We are committed. We've been in business over 30 years, and we're committed to supporting people like Kareem, the travel advisors. We work hand in hand with them, trying to find the best villa experiences. And that's a key thing I want to talk about right now. It's villa experiences.
So you can't get in, Sandy.
So I'm sorry. I thought somebody was asking something. It's about the experiences. Our philosophy is very simple. It's guest first. We put our guest first, which is Kareem's guest, you, first in everything we do. We've been voted the best villa company by the travel advisors like Kareem for the past 5 years running in the annual awards that they give out in our industry. Just picture yourself at this beautiful River Ridge Ranch in Hot Springs, Virginia. Can you imagine sitting out in this back deck, with a bottle of Cabernet or your favorite whiskey or whatever it is you drink, with a little fire going, just with your family and friends. Again, ultimate social distancing. But what's really important, what Kareem wanted me to talk about before we even dove into anything else, is pre-COVID and post-COVID are very different now for us as an organization. I'm going to work from the bottom up because I think that's what's most important. When all this started, we reached out to every one of our homeowners, every one of our managers in all of our destinations, and we said, we must have a written agreement with you, homeowner, with you, manager of our property, that says you will abide and adopt the VRMA health and safety protocols that are being recommended at a minimum, so that we can continue to offer your villa and your product to our guests. VRMA is the Villa Rental Management Association. It's like the overbearing authority of all villa rentals that are out there. And you could actually Google VRMA health and cleaning protocols. And what that is, it just basically talks about the cleaning protocols, how to clean, how the staff to interact with you as a guest, how to train the staff to interact with you, what cleaning products to use to make sure that the homes are disinfected properly, what items need to be in the homes when you're there. Simple things like just hand sanitizer that you would need in the home, Clorox wipes, things that you would expect now post-COVID to be in the home. We wanted to make sure that our homeowners understood that we needed a signed agreement for that. There was not a single homeowner that said, no, I'm not going to do that. Because again, they want to provide you with a safe environment, but they also don't want you coming to their environment if, God forbid, you had COVID and infecting their home. So it's a two-way street. So they were very happy about that. Number two, we asked our homeowners to relax their cancellation penalties. That is the biggest issue that we all face moving forward, because we don't know what the future is going to bring. And we're asking people to put down at risk your hard-earned money for your vacation. Now, I would tell you, nobody's ever lost a penny with us. All the reservations that were made for 2020, 98% of them, we moved to 2021 because that's what people wanted. There were a couple that wanted refunds, and we were able to accommodate them. But for the most part, everybody moved. Going back even further, just to talk about non-COVID, when the hurricanes hit in the Caribbean in 2017, nobody lost a penny with us. We reimbursed every single client that was impacted by the hurricane, or if you were supposed to go to, say, St. Martin, which was devastated, but now you wanted to go to Barbados, if you had paid Kareem $10,000 and Kareem had paid us $10,000, we actually fronted the money for you now to go to Barbados, and we waited for the homeowner to give us the money back. That's the one reason why people like Kareem and the travel advisor community uses somebody like us, is because financially we have the integrity that, quite frankly, some of the do-it-yourself sites just can't offer, because you're paying a homeowner direct. I know for a fact during the hurricanes that people that booked with VRBO or Airbnb actually lost money because the homeowners refused to give the money back because their home was destroyed. That didn't happen with us. But again, moving forward, we're asking our homeowners to relax payment terms and cancellation policies. So we now have many of our homes with a 30-day prior cancellation, obviously related to COVID. Yeah, if all of a sudden a vaccine comes out tomorrow and everybody gets vaccinated, then you're going to be under normal cancellation penalties. I don't see that happening, obviously, in the next 30 days. But if you make a booking and you have to cancel due to, any COVID-related reason, and there's quite a few of them, we will be able to move your money or cancel with a full refund. We're also established now with our homeowners escrow accounts. We're asking many of our homeowners to allow us to put the money in escrow versus us holding it or versus the homeowner holding it. That accomplishes two things. One, it gives the homeowner the ability to actually see the money in escrow. We also give people like Kareem access to that same escrow account so he can see the money there. The only time it can be touched is when you travel, and then we release the money to the homeowner because it's in escrow. So we're really working on these policies. These policies are changing every day, every week, as policies change within the destination, but we're staying on top of them, and we're working hard to make sure that we protect you, we protect your money, and that's why people like Kareem work with us versus working with others. I'm going to talk a little bit about why us and what makes us a little bit different. Here's an example of one of our beautiful Lake Tahoe properties. Here's another Lake Tahoe property. So unlike the do-it-yourself sites and many of my competitors, we don't want to have the most villas. We just want to have the best villas. So we have just over 2,900 fully vetted, fully inspected, fully guaranteed villas that we offer to partners like Kareem. You look at Airbnb, they have 6 million homes. You cannot vet and inspect 6 million homes. You cannot maintain the quality of 6 million homes. We don't want 6 million homes. We have just over 2,900. I think our sweet spot, now that we're really bumping up our domestic product, is about 3,500, because I think that's a manageable number. Maybe we'll extend it to 4,000 because we're going to pick up areas that might be important today, but 2 to 3 years down the road may not need those products anymore. But we're never going to have 25,000 homes or 1 million homes. You just can't maintain the quality of that. Another thing that you have to be careful of when you're booking with some of these other sites is they require a third-party payment platform for you to pay by a credit card. So you're actually paying a third party. When Kareem gives us your credit card, you're actually paying Villas of Distinction, the company that's actually providing the travel. What a third party is they're just a payment platform. They're not part of the travel process. I don't know how that impacts your security and liability. I mean, they actually can market your information. When we get your information, we are bound by the credit card. I'm having a senior moment, which I'm sure most of you can understand. There's certain protocols that we have to maintain on the credit card, and we don't house your information. So once we charge your card, your name, your address, all of that, has to go away. So we don't hold on to that. I'm not sure if the third-party payment company has to abide by those same rules. I don't know, but I'm just putting that out there. We don't, with our villas, if you rent a 6-bedroom villa and you only need 4 bedrooms, we're not renting the other portion of the villa to somebody else. You're only getting the villa for yourself. There are VRBO homeowners that actually will stay in the home, like in the basement or in a locked off bedroom, while guests are staying at their house. We don't have any of that. So when you rent the villa, you rent the entire house with us. We have 24/7 customer care. We have people on the ground in every destination we sell. Plus, we have a 24/7 hotline here in North America. So if you were to be in distress for any particular reason, it could be something with the villa, it could be something personal with you that you need help with. You can always reach someone on the ground with us, and you can always reach somebody 24/7 here in North America, as Kareem can also reach someone here to help you in North America. With Airbnb, if you, let's just say the electricity goes out in your villa at 2 o'clock in the morning, good luck trying to find the homeowner at Airbnb. And are they going to answer their phone at 2 o'clock in the morning? We are. And we might not be able to get the electricity on right away, but we're going to work really hard to get that electricity back on. I'm picking that as an example. I've never had electricity go out at any of our villas at 2 o'clock in the morning in the 13 years that I've been doing this. Now I better knock on wood, because tomorrow is going to be the first time it happens. Talk about financial integrity. We have to be, because of our relationships with travel advisors, we have to be bonded and insured. We carry over $10 million in bond insurance to protect the monies that we're accepting from guests like yourself. And we are probably the #1 company when it comes to travel advisors of who they work with. We give you the world. We offer from 1 bedroom up to 42 bedroom estates. Now, a 42 bedroom estate is not one house, because that would be a hotel with 42 bedrooms. It's multiple villas on an estate that you can rent, but you can rent all of it or a portion of it. Our villas range literally in price from about $275 a night for the whole villa, up to 50,000 plus a night. The reason I say for a whole villa is because I'm going to talk a little bit about when you start breaking it down bedroom by bedroom price wise, what you pay for a villa versus what you would pay for the same quality at a villa at a resort is going to be night and day. The new demand, though, now, as we talked about earlier, is domestic product. And that is why we're focusing most of this presentation on the domestic, because people like yourself want to drive within 6 to 7 hours of your home, or they might want to get on an airplane, but I don't want to connect anywhere. I just want to go somewhere and get there. And we're seeing the travel window. People like yourself want to travel next week, 2 weeks, next month, 2 months from now, but really domestically. As far as the international market, it's really the festive season of Christmas and New Year's, and then, of course, into 21 and into 2022. Now, why would you book that far in advance? Because a lot of homeowners are honoring the rates in 2022 that they have for 2020. So you're actually going to save money by booking far in advance. But again, that's not a pitch for you to book. You do what's comfortable for you. Now, let me compare real quick. Some of this I've already hit, but this is comparing what we, Kareem and I, and Villas of Distinction can provide versus the do-it-yourself side. I talked about the inventory size and about the fact that we don't want to have the most villas. They just want to have the most villas. They're interested in Airbnb is just interested in their IPO. We're interested in you, the guest. We follow all local laws and guidelines. That's really important, because let's say you wanted to rent an apartment in Paris. Every apartment in Paris must have a certificate from the local municipality that they can rent their apartment. If you don't have that certificate, and I'm telling you, there are people on Airbnb that don't have that certificate, if a neighbor sees that like a stranger's in their apartment building, if they call the local municipality, they can literally come and have the authority to throw you out of that apartment. So we always follow all local guidelines and all local laws. Obviously, we work with the travel advisors exclusively, so we protect their interest in you as a client. I talked about 24/7 and finding us versus finding them. The quality standard, again, we can guarantee the quality when you have the limited selection of villas that we have in our inventory. When you have millions of homes, it is impossible for you to guarantee the quality of the product. We talked about financial integrity, the experience. Airbnb offers a small smidgen of experiences. So if you want to do something, you have to pick from a list of about 5 or 6 experiences that are going to be with other people. With us, if you said, hey, I want to go deep sea fishing, we get you your own private boat. You want a band to come and play in your villa, we'll get you a local band to come play in your villa. You want to go to Orlando with your family and grandkids and you want to have a character breakfast, we don't make you go to Disney and sit with 500 other people for a 5-second photo with a character. We bring the character to the villa and we bring the chef to the villa to make breakfast and for you to have time to spend with the character. So it goes on and on and on. It's all about what you want, not about what we think you want. And then, of course, unlike Homeowners Direct, I talked about the hurricanes and then our award-winning service. So now I'm going to talk to you real quickly. I already talked about concierge, about all the things we can do. You want yoga classes? We can bring yoga classes. You want a private sommelier to come to your villa and do a wine tasting? We can do that. Hans, you look like more of a tequila guy. You want to do a tequila tasting? We can do that in your villa as well. So whatever it is you want, we can take care of for you. We have a private box in Siena for the, oh my God, I'm having another senior moment, for the Palio. If any of you know what the Palio is, it's a pomp and circumstance, like horse race through the streets of Siena. We own a private box there. So you don't have to stand in a crowd of 5,000 people, although I'm sure it's canceled this year, but in the future, we can get you a private box to watch from it. So there's no limit to what we can do. If you like, maybe Alan likes fresh cigars, we can get a cigar roller to come to your villa, whatever it is you're looking for. One of the things that we've seen, especially with the pandemic, we used to do a lot of celebrations prior, but now people are going, I want to still get married. We are doing a lot of small weddings at villas. If you haven't thought about doing a wedding at a villa, if you have a child or a son or a daughter that's looking to get married and you're going, wow, we got to put it off for a year or two, we can actually do it in a villa. Again, social distanced, fully catered, whatever it is you want, we can create it and it will be, within the COVID guidelines. So let's talk a little bit about our product. This is Villa Ocean, one of our Miami products. I like to say it's like when you pull up to this villa, you're at Epcot Center because it reminds me of the globe at Epcot. But this is just, let's just talk about our product. So Montana, Big Sky, Montana. We have over 20 villas in Big Sky, Montana, from 4 to 6 bedrooms, from $320 a night to a little over $1,000 a night for the entire home. So if you take a 6-bedroom villa and you divide it into 1,000, think about that. You're getting an entire house for less than what the same quality of a resort would cost you. Here's one of my favorite villas in Big Sky. This is the Bear Den Lodge. That's a postcard. If any of you can't picture yourself sitting in the back staring at that beautiful view, it's a almost 5,000 square foot home, 4 bedrooms, starts at little over $1,100 a night. That means for $300 per bedroom, you get this entire house. Crazy, right? And look at the quality. This is what I'm talking about. So you couldn't find this in any resort for $300 a night. Just not going to find it. Yes, it's Western motif, but obviously we're in Montana. So New Mexico, Taos, New Mexico. This is a 6-bedroom, the Tebion house. That $2,443 per night is this house over Christmas and New Year's. So even at Christmas and New Year's, 6 bedrooms, under $2,500 a night for 6 bedrooms over the most expensive time of the year. Here's another great house, the Wilderness Lodge. Look at this amazing product. Tennessee, we're in the Great Smoky Mountains. Again, social distance yourself up on this deck overlooking the Great Smoky Mountains. Or if you're with my wife, she'll drag you off to Dollywood. But we can send my wife and your wives off to Dollywood. We'll sit on the back deck smoking cigars and drinking whiskey. And I'll do a whiskey tasting for you. Here's the Raccoon Ridge. I call it the Raccoon Lodge. It reminds me of the honeymooners when I see raccoon. We're all going to go to the Raccoon Lodge. But look at this, from under $1,000 a night for a 6-bedroom that has its own game room, its own swimming pool. Here's Firefly, 7 bedrooms for under a little over $100 a night. And look at the quality again of what you're getting. You couldn't go to the Holiday Inn for this and get this quality. California, we just added a lot of villas in Palm Springs and in Lake Tahoe. We are adding Santa Barbara and Santa Monica in the next 2 weeks. Here's a typical villa that we offer in Palm Springs, 3-bedroom, 3-bath. Again, look at the quality. I hope you're seeing the theme of the quality of everything that we offer. You go on Airbnb, you'll see some of quality like this, but you're going to see an awful lot of quality that doesn't look like this. Here's one of our condos in Lake Tahoe. You can't get any closer. If you look at the upper left-hand corner, those are people on the ski slope. You cannot get any closer to the slope than that. You can ski into your villa. In South Carolina, we're in Hilton Head and Sea Island, Fripp Island in South Carolina. And again, want to be on the beach. I'm also looking, I just started looking at, if you're familiar with North Carolina, I was looking at upper North Topsail Beach, Surf City, Wrightsville Beach, and we are almost done contracting in the Outer Banks. This is Greg Brady and Marsha Brady's house from the Brady Bunch. It looks just like it to me, but Hot Springs, Virginia. You can book a whole farm for under $400 a night. And again, the quality of what you're getting speaks for itself. Georgia, we just added this week. This is the first villa that came in. This is on Tybee Island. Again, look at the pricing and look at the quality of what you're getting. Okay, time for a little break, Kareem. So I'm going to ask each one of you, if you can have one experience set up at a villa so far that what I've talked about. And by the way, this is Sweet Boca's in Panama. So I tell you a couple things. One, if you want to get away from it all, you're tired of COVID and you want to go with your family and just get away from it all, or you want to kill somebody in your family, they'll never find them when you go here, go to Sweet Boca's in Panama. An amazing villa, comes with a full staff, but that entire island and that house is yours. But Kareem, have we got anybody in the chat box telling us what kind of experiences they would love?
Sure, we've gotten a lot of feedback from the very beginning. So we have Tuscany, obviously, south of France, actually quite a lot of international so far.
Awesome.
Turks and
We're gonna get
Caicos,
there. We're gonna get
Cayman.
there. And I
So
can give you
actually,
some I can
no
give you some
local
great examples of things to do internationally. Once we get there, I'll share some stories. In case you don't notice, I like to talk stories. Here we have Richard Branson's private island, Necker Island, which we do offer for you. This is an important question, I think, for Kareem and for me. When will you guys feel comfortable traveling again? And I think they've already told you where they want to go, but
Yep.
I'm just curious, Kareem, when people are going to feel comfortable traveling.
Sure, I'm gonna wait and see for some more comments in the chat box. We did get some comments about Michigan and northern Michigan, and I know, Steve, that
Yep, it's
you were
coming.
saying that coming. Okay, great.
It's coming. Absolutely. I have a slide to tell you what I'm working on and what's coming.
Great. Okay, so holiday time, so we're getting,
Good.
year end next
Good.
spring. We're
Good.
getting
Good. Well, definitely there's availability for the holidays.
now. We just got a big now with
Yeah,
exclamation points.
I'm with you. I was talking to Vegas today. I want to get on a plane and get out of here. So we have quite a few homes in New York. This is one of our smaller beachfront properties. This is a 2-bedroom. Look where look where your bedroom is. You slide out of bed and you walk right to the water. So if you're drinking on the beach the night before, it's a very close walk to your bedroom. You want to talk about the ultimate in social distancing? How about this beach house in Shinnecock Bay? The only person or only thing that might come up to you that might not social distance, maybe a dolphin. And look at the quality again. Then we have this in West Hampton, pristine dunes. Again, the quality. We have Villa Beach Retreat, which I love. Again, look at the quality, right on the water. Then we have one of the newest houses in Port Jefferson. This is the White House of Port Jefferson. Brand new home, not even furnished yet, but going to be gorgeous. This is one of our beautiful luxury townhouses in Midtown Manhattan. Spectacular. Florida, this is one of our beautiful panhandle properties. Miami, Villa Colada. Minutes from downtown, you can't touch a price like this in downtown Miami. And again, with this quality for the entire home. Of course, Orlando, crazy stuff in Orlando. We have villas in Orlando with ice skating rinks, bowling alleys, basketball courts, squash courts, laser tags, golf simulators, just crazy, crazy stuff. Then we have this gorgeous villa in Connecticut, just stunning. Great place for a wedding, by the way. Gorgeous property. Park City, Aspen, Colorado, as well as other areas of Colorado. And the piece de resistance, if you're in Vegas and you want the best of the best, Nobu Villa, 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath on top of the Nobu Hotel. No better view. You can fit 100 people on this back deck. And it's a mere $30,000 a night. But if you gamble or spend money on food, we can bring it down. But if you want the best of the best, This is where you need to go. Here's not home on the Outer Banks, and here's what we got in the works: Portland, Maine; New Orleans; Austin, Texas; Arizona; Moore, California; Oregon wine country; Washington wine country. Arizona is so good we got it twice. Michigan, the lakes; Vermont; New Hampshire; Massachusetts; Florida, and so much more we're looking at. We're looking everywhere. But we were talking about international. We are amazing internationally. We have Italy, France, Greece, Spain, Croatia, Portugal. But here's some examples of some of our amazing product. Here's Ponderosa in Tuscany. You were talking about experiences. Here is, without a doubt, the best view in all of Positano at Villa Giulia. And for any of you who've thought about going to Positano or have been to Positano, this house has a couple things. Number one, it has 2 parking spots. You don't find anything with parking in Positano. Now, if you go to Positano or if you go to Sorrento or any portion of the Amalfi, I strongly recommend letting us rent a private boat for you one day, and we take you on a beautiful boat ride. I've did it twice, actually. If you go to Rome first and then you take the train into Naples, we can actually transport you via boat to your villa on the Amalfi Coast, private boat. Or what I also recommend is if you want to get picked up by a private driver in Naples, we'll do a private tour of Pompeii for you, not one of those crazy all with 800 people Pompeii tour, private tour. Then we'll stop for lunch on the way to your villa at a place called Cantina del Vesuvio. It is a private winery that was built on the volcanic ashes of Mount Vesuvius. So you get a nice wine tasting with a nice little pasta lunch, fantastic, in the middle of a vineyard. But getting back to my boat ride or my yacht ride, you must go, must, Kareem, any of your guests go to the Amalfi Coast, you must go to a restaurant called Maria Grazia. Maria Grazia. It's in Nerano on the water. Now, if you looked at it, you go, Steve, you must be drinking when you were recommending this because it looks like a shack on the water. But it's a 135-year-old restaurant, family-owned, one family, on the water that has the most incredible food. And when you finish, you will have homemade limoncello like you've never had before. Absolutely amazing. So, but this villa, I mean, picture yourself here. I mean, incredible. And look at the rate. The Caribbean, we have fully staffed villas in Jamaica, Turks and Caicos, the Dominican Republic. You will not have to lift a finger because you'll have a chef, a butler, a laundress, a houseman, a poolman, security guard. Most of them are in gated communities, and a laundress. So what you can do is anyone who has a stain that you just can't get out, you bring it with you to Jamaica, I guarantee you they will get it out. It is some sort of Jamaican black magic that gets out every stain, but it is unbelievable. They will get every stain out. It's incredible. If you've never stayed at a staff villa, amazing. The chefs make you what you want, not what the restaurant is telling you. So, and if you have allergies or you have certain restrictions, they will honor those and make what you want. Like my wife doesn't eat red meat. So if I want a steak one night, they'll make her fish one night. And the fish right out of the ocean onto the table. They fishermen, you see them out in the water fishing at night. Then they come up to the villa in the morning and you can pick out your fresh fish. And you're paying that price, not a restaurant price for that fish. Turks and Caicos, amazing properties, amazing product on beautiful Grace Bay, gorgeous product, fully staffed, incredible. Casa Frisa, the most elegant villa that we have in all of Cabo, amazing. Now, you might say to me, oh, 6 bedrooms isn't enough. I need 10. Well, guess what? The villa next door, there's only 2 villas that sit up on top of this development. It sits in the same area as the one and only Palmilla. There's a 4-bedroom home next door to it that's owned by Michael Dell. We have access to Michael Dell's private villa. You can combine the 2 and have 10 bedrooms. But here's another great thing. Think about this. One breakfast at the one and only Palmilla, $50 to $60 easily. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, and drinks at Casa Frisa with your full staff will run you $70 per person per day versus one breakfast at the one and only Palmilla. You want to talk about incredible savings. Now, again, I see the rate on Casa Freisers starts at 10,000 a night, but again, we have less expensive ones that are also fully staffed. I will tell you, if you go to Cabo, you must let us, and I'm talking to you, Hans, tequila tasting party. It is absolutely incredible. If you don't like tequila, they actually have tequila that's aged in bourbon barrels that tastes like bourbon. I bought a bottle. It was incredible. I still have a little bit here, amazingly. Here's another villa just a little step down from Casa Freiser, which is Villa 462. Again, a great, great property. So I'm going to review. Here's another one of our properties in the Panhandle. And I think I'm going a little long, Kareem, but you know what? I'm into this group tonight. Your cost per person, as I've tried to point out, is going to be significantly less than a quality of the same quality hotel. Um, the food and beverage costs are going to be significantly lower. But the key to all of this is creating the villa experience that you want. Okay, you can't do that at a hotel. You can't do that with Airbnb. You can only do that with Kareem and me, where we're going to make. We've had people, I will share experience. We had a wedding. All the bride wanted was an autographed picture of George Clooney in the transportation bus and Cirque du Soleil dancers at the reception. We did that. We had a client that had a special needs child. They wanted to swim with the dolphins. They asked me to bring the dolphin to the villa. No, I was unable to do that. But I found a gentleman who owned a sea lion, and we brought the sea lion to the villa. So the kids swam with a sea lion. We've had crazy parties, fireworks on the beach, proposals. It goes on and on and on. Whatever your imagination can figure, we can make it happen. Only one caveat: it has to be legal. Because if it's illegal, we're not doing it. You can try it when you get there, but we're not doing it. So it is truly about that. Kareem wanted me to share with you about us. So we are a company with heart, and we try to give back wherever we can. And Kareem is part of an organization which is called Signature Travel. And we reached out to Signature Travel back in May, and we said, you know what? These healthcare workers are really working hard, and we want to do something. So we donated 5 villa vacations with air, with Signature, and we asked people to send in nominations for healthcare heroes. And we just awarded, it's going to be announced, I think, this week by Signature, 5 villa vacations to 5 so deserving healthcare heroes. Now, I can tell you we had 3,500 people nominated, and I wish I could give all 3,500 of them. Well, actually, 33,499, because one person nominated Dr. Fauci, and we weren't giving him a free villa because he can afford his own villa. But seriously, someone actually did nominate Dr. Fauci. And then we also, because all these weddings would be destroyed, I don't know if any of you watch Live with Kelly and Ryan, they did a whole wedding with a honeymoon. We gave the couple a free honeymoon in the Dominican Republic. So we really, we're a company with heart that tries to give back and recognize people that give them themselves more than anyone. This is the private island off the coast of Portland, Maine. That's $250,000 a week. You'll notice there's no swimming pool or tennis court. If you rent it for 3 weeks, the owner has told me he will build you whatever you want. So if you want a pool, he'll build you a pool. You want a tennis court, he'll build you a tennis court, but you have to book 3 weeks. But again, let Kareem know how we can help you. Holidays are the best time for families. If you want us to decorate the Christmas tree, you want Santa to bring you the children gifts, we can make that happen. You want a Hanukkah menorah in the villa, we can make that happen. You want a Kwanzaa menorah in the villa, we can make that happen. You want an Easter bunny to come for an egg hunt, we can make that happen. So again, just remember, it's about you and your experience. But I cannot emphasize enough how much we appreciate people like Kareem and what they do for us. We boldly go out there and tell people we love travel advisors, and we know you will, because they advocate for you. They partner with people like us fighting for you to get you the best villa vacation. They do all the work. I mean, Kareem does all the work. I do nothing but these things and talk to people and get to travel the world. Kareem does all the work. and they truly are the experts. And when they're not experts, they come to people like us to help them become experts in the same product. So with that, Kareem, I just put Kareem's photo on the lasting image that you wanted to see. He's much more handsome than I am. So I thank you for your time. We look forward to welcoming you to our villas. I know, Kareem, I ran about 7 minutes longer than I had anticipated, but you know what? It's a good group, and I'm here to answer any questions that you might have, and I hope this was helpful.
Great. Thank you so much, Steve. You were allowed. Great job. Great energy. And we have lots of questions already. As you know, it's a Michigan crowd, and I know you said Michigan is coming, but can you tell us exactly when Michigan's coming, in particular, northern Michigan?
You know, we're looking all along the lakes. You know, our hope is that we can find the quality of product that we're looking for. If we find it, we vet it, we inspect it, which now we're fast tracking that because we actually have someone that lives there. The earliest I could see it coming on would be 30 to 45 days.
Okay.
Mostly, mostly though, it's usually 60 to 90 when we try to find a new product.
Okay.
But that's being optimistic.
Okay. But realistically speaking, holiday this year is not out of the question, and certainly spring of 21 is not out of the
Yeah,
question.
spring is definitely not out of the question. Holiday might be cutting it because you know what? They might already be full for the holidays. I don't
Sure.
know. But
Sure. Great. So, question about booking trends that you're seeing, Steve. And I think it was B that was saying she's ready to go right now. What areas have the best availability to kind of give us a heads up of what may be some great places that we're not thinking about that we can get in? And what are the places that are already pretty much fully booked, so we need to think about those for next year or for a longer
well,
time frame?
nothing is fully booked. Um, 2021, Italy is way ahead of the pace of where, and France are way ahead of the pace of where they've been at this point in time years prior. Why? Because everybody that was going in 20 is now been moved to 2021. So if you're thinking of Europe, I would not wait for 2021. 2022, you're fine, but 2021, I wouldn't wait if you're thinking of going to Italy or France or Greece or any of our villas there. You know, as far as domestic product, that is what's selling faster than anything, obviously because people want close to home markets. There's also Mexico right now is the easiest destination to get into, you know, due to the restrictions for COVID. Also, the Dominican Republic is fairly easy in the Caribbean. Turks and Caicos is fairly easy. And when I say fairly, you still have a lot of things that you have to do with, you know, COVID tests and things like that. Um, you know, a lot of the destinations are still closed.
Yep.
Some of them are anticipating opening October 1st. So I know like the BVI, Costa Rica, Belize are looking at October 1. Trying to think. USVI don't have a clue on yet. Um,
Love it.
did I miss any major places? I probably did, but
Mm,
you know, there's definitely availability. You know, it depends. Usually, again, in normal times, the larger homes go first because of the larger families.
yeah.
But you know, we can definitely, if you're flexible, we can definitely find you something. But it's really about budget. You know, it's
Great.
really about budget. And I will tell you, because I'm very transparent, all villas for the holidays go up, just like
Sure.
hotels. Okay.
Sure.
So if you book normally, let's say you normally booked a 5-bedroom villa that was $25,000 normally over in the winter, it's going to be at least 40 to 45,000 over the holiday.
Yep.
But you're not getting, you know, you have to remember you're paying a premium for the holiday, but you're still getting a $25,000 quality villa, location villa.
Yep. Yep. Great. So Steve, question about cancellation policies, and I know you went over that, and not to put you on the spot, but can you go into a bit more detail about maybe specific examples of relaxed cancellation policies, or what happens if someone, gets on a plane and they're turned away and it's within 48 hours of their stay? I mean, again, I'm
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously a very unique situation.
Mhm.
I can tell you, if that was the case, 99.9, and I could even be 100%, the homeowner is going to allow the people to move the vacation to another week under the current COVID situation. Okay. As far as um, relaxed policies, it really depends on the destination and or the villa owner. But I'll give you a broad brush on some of them. Okay.
Sure.
Like Cabo. All of our Los Cabos villas have a complete 30-day prior cancel full refund. If you cancel after 30 days, I might be able to get your refund. You're probably going to have to move it to the future. But we would, we work with all of our homeowners to try and get them to be reasonable. St. Martin, which you can't go to yet because it's not open for Americans, but right now it's up to 30 days prior, full refund. After 30 days, no refund, can move. Let me think. Dominican Republic, same thing. Up to 30 days, no problem. After 30 days, you can move. Holidays are a little bit different. Like people that are booking festive, they are not giving refunds. They're moving to future, move to the future.
Got it. Got it.
Now, interestingly enough, let me tell you, in Italy and France, they actually enacted legislation protecting hoteliers and homeowners and villas to say that they did not, by law, have to give refunds. They had to give credits.
Huh.
So we didn't even have the option. Now, I will tell you, I've still gotten some people refunds anyway, because I'm very good at begging. I know we're getting close to the end, Kareem.
Yeah, another question came in about destinations. Ireland, do you offer Ireland?
It's on the futures list.
Okay.
We're very focused right now on domestic. In the future, we're going to have Ireland. We're going to have the UK. We're going to have Dubai. Dubai is actually already signed, sealed, delivered. But we're not like everyone due to COVID. We furloughed quite a few people and reduced our staff. So it's a matter of getting the product, getting the contracts, getting it loaded, and we're fully focused on domestic product right now. But there's definitely international product coming. We're getting the Maldives is definitely coming on board. That contract's already signed. So yes.
Perfect. Perfect. Great. Well, thanks again so much, Steve. This was really informative and helpful. And thanks to all of our travelers out there for joining us. I miss all of you. And thank you so much for your attention and spending part of your evening. And hopefully we'll all be traveling again soon. So wishing everyone a very good night and good rest of the week.
Kareem, thank you very much. Thank everybody for joining me. I really appreciate it. And please reach out to Kareem if we can answer any questions for you. Thank you.
Thanks, Steve.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Steve.